Hello DC fans, I know this is a little late, but this is going to be my top 5 DC Multiverse figures of 2022. First, Hush. This figure is excellent. Great likeness. I love that he comes with these cool knives. You know, I did see the figure that came in the 2-pack with the shovel, and he was alright, but I just didn't like the Batman that came with him. And for my money, I think this one was alright. I used to actually have the Hush figure that was in the DC Direct line of Hush figures several years back, but his articulation has nothing on this figure. This figure can actually move and get around, turn his head, and he's just great. So that's my number 5. So at number 4, I've got Carrie Kelly. Carrie Kelly from Dark Knight Returns. I think she is a great Robin. She's a great character in the story, and she translates well to this action figure form. She can move around. I've kind of not, real satisfied with the ankles, but other than that, she's a great figure. She translates well. She can move. She can get around, and she looks great with the other Dark Knight Returns figures. I just think they did just such a super job with her, and so, as you can see here, she just came out great comic book to figure. So she's my number 4. Number 3, Nightfall, Batman. Jean-Paul Valley, this is him. This is Azrael. This is the whole, that 1993-94 Batman. That's him right there. And it's a figure I can't believe I actually have in my collection. And it's very exciting getting him. And I just think he just looks exactly like he's supposed to look. He moves exactly like he's supposed to move. He has all the right things. I kind of wish you could push a button and he could spit out those batarangs out of his gauntlets. But other than that, it's really cool. I even like that he has that little flashlight symbol up there on his neck. I obviously wish you could push a button and it turned on. But it's an action figure. He moves. You don't expect them to do all the things, toys did back in the 80s. But that's my number 3 there. For number 2, this obviously had to be on the list. Obviously, Clayface. Fantastic figure, fantastic translation. He is a beast. He looks awesome. He's heavy. Just the design that went into this figure. He looks so great standing up against all the other figures. He's just a monster of a figure. And I just love the way his face turned out, how his hands turned out, how you can see like the clay connected to his fingers, and all of the different pieces moving around and on his back and different things. And he's not super articulated, but he's just enough as what you would need for this figure to be. And as soon as I saw him coming out and being in shops, I knew I had to have him. And so that's my number 2. And my number 1 spot, you probably could have guessed this, as I was a Nightfall fan, is Bane. I think this character turned out awesome. I like the slight little variations that they've done here where he's not a perfect Nightfall, but I think that they are for the better. I love the simple redesigns that I think this figure just works. He is also huge. He works out on the shelf. He's actually taller than Clayface. He's taller than any Batman that I have, and he towers over Batman just like he should. All the design elements are in place. He's super articulated, and he works. He looks just like he belongs with everybody on there. And look at the mask. It looks just right. So those are my top 5 DC Multiverse McFarlane figures of 2022. As a huge Bat fan, these all work for me, and here they are all together. So hope you enjoyed the video. Appreciate you watching, and hope you have a fantastic day.